The highway stretched endlessly under the pale glow of the moon. At 1:12 a.m., Daniel Reed, a 62-year-old truck driver, pulled over near mile 46 to rest his eyes. The night was thick with silence, until he heard a faint knock on his truck door. He turned his flashlight toward the sound. A young woman stood there, soaked from the rain, shivering, eyes wide with fear. "Please," she whispered. "My car broke down. I don't know where I am." Daniel hesitated for a moment. The middle of nowhere, past midnight, a stranger appearing out of the fog, but something in her voice, fragile yet desperate, pushed him to act. "Get in," he said. "You'll freeze out there." Inside the truck, she clutched a wet backpack close to her chest. "I was trying to get home to Denver," she murmured. "My phone died and no one stopped." Daniel handed her his thermos. "Coffee's a bit old, but it'll warm you up." She smiled faintly, whispering a quiet "thank you." As they drove through the fog, the highway seemed endless. Daniel glanced at her reflection in the window. There was something unsettlingly familiar about her face. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lena," she said softly. A memory flickered in Daniel's mind. A missing persons alert he'd seen weeks ago at a truck stop. A young woman about her age, with the same green eyes. But he didn't say a word. When they reached the next town, he pulled up near a small diner. "You can rest here. I'll call a tow truck for your car," he offered. But when he turned back to the passenger seat, she was gone, the door still closed. No footprints on the wet pavement. Daniel froze. Had he imagined it? He rushed inside the diner, confused and pale. The waitress looked up. "Sir, you look like you've seen a ghost." He told her everything. The fog, the girl, the broken car. The waitress stared at him, speechless. Then she pointed to a framed photo on the wall behind the counter. "Is that her?" she asked. It was Lena. The same face, same green eyes, except the photo was covered in dust and dated 1998. "She died out there," the waitress whispered. "Car crash at mile 46. People say she still appears to those who stop to help." Daniel's hands trembled. He left the diner, heart pounding, and drove back toward mile 46. The rain had stopped. On the side of the road, where her car supposedly crashed decades ago, lay a single wet backpack, the same one she'd been holding. Inside it was a folded note, dry despite the storm. "Thank you for stopping. Not everyone does. Kindness never goes unseen." Weeks later, Daniel received a call from his trucking company. An anonymous donor had paid off his mortgage and set up a fund in his name, the Reed Kindness Foundation for Roadside Aid. The letter attached simply read, "For those who still stop at mile 46. That night, Daniel drove the same highway again. The fog lifted for the first time in years, and as the moonlight cut through the clouds, he whispered, "Rest easy, Lena. Because sometimes, the souls we help are the ones helping us find our way home."